April 21st worksheet is asking you to write the properties of the mathematics, and so it's a multiple choice question for all these with examples. What I want to do is talk about these a few minutes. We'll just do a couple. If you look at number 1, it's asking you which of the following is an example of the commutative property of addition. So when you see this problem, immediately go to commutative property of addition on your sheets from yesterday, and that should help you understand. It says when two numbers are added, the sum is the same regardless of the order of the add-in. So it's the order is different, but the answer would be the same. So we've got to figure out which of those is an example of the order being different, but the sum being the same. So let's look here. This one has 6 plus 3 plus 4 and 6 plus 3 plus 4. And the difference in A is that they grouped different numbers. And we know grouping is not going to be commutative. Grouping is associative, so it's not going to be A. All right, if we look over at B, it says 7 plus 6 equals 6 plus 7. That is an order. That's definitely changing the order. And if we got 7 plus 6, that would be 13, and 6 plus 7 is 13, so the sum would be the same. So I believe it would be B. But as I always tell you, check your other answers. 5 plus 8 equals 2 plus 5. Well, number 1, 5 plus 8 is 13 and 2 plus 5 is 7, so that doesn't even make sense. It's not even equal. So that's not the answer. And then if you look at D, 9 times 1 equals 9. That is the identity property of multiplication, because identity says if you multiply 1 times any number, you get that number. So your answer for number 1 would be B. If you look at the second one, which property of addition does 4 plus 0 equals 4 illustrate? So which one, if you add 0 to a number and it gives you that number, what property is that? And that is, let's see what our choices are. Identity. The identity property of addition says that you could sum of any number and 0 is the original number. So yes, that would work. So identity property would work. It's definitely not distributive. We don't see any multiplication happening in there. And so we think it's A. 0 property. There's the addition property of 0, which means a number plus 0 leaves that number unchanged. So I could see that being that as well. And then the commutative property changes the order. The order never changed here, so it's definitely not that. I think your best choice would be the identity property. So 4 plus 0 equals 4 would be the best answer there. Now, if you put B, I could understand that as well, but I think A would be your best choice there.